And spawning in the top right, playing as the Blue Zerg. Playing for Team Raise Your Edge, it is Bly.
I was very happy when Raise Your Edge actually joined the StarCraft 2 scene. It's a team that I've followed in other esports, and they've picked up some fantastic players down the line. And then, of course, just before they picked up Zest, he actually did very well when it came to Intel Extreme Masters Katowice, which we were previously at. So Raise Your Edge, I think they've probably had, quite a nice little bit of a greeting to StarCraft 2 as a whole. Nice to see.
Certainly did, certainly did. Like, it's a fairly solid roster, isn't it? Drogo, Bly, and then Zest as well to top it all off. By the way, I do like the fact that Bly kind of positioned that drone at his third, kind of patrolled it a bit, and it's like, oh, you're going to go for that expansion? Of course he's not. It's bloody Bly. So he goes immediately, blocks the natural of MaxPax. MaxPax getting a taste of your own kooky medicine here.
Yeah, we're going to have to play this one pretty reactionary, just like the players, I think, because there could be things going on all over the place here, but that's fine. That's what we're here for. We're going to enjoy it, as we already see MaxPax having a little bit of a look around his opponent's space, making sure nothing too insane over there is going on, but then he's going to have to deal with this, as you mentioned.
So this is already a bit weird, right? In fact, has he gone for... Okay, so there's a little split there between the gateways, so he can get in and out of this base, but he went for a second gateway and a cybernetics core, and he's only using 2 probes to attack this. You see a lot of other Protosses, they will use, I think the magic number is 7 probes to be damaging it just enough. But yeah, definitely a different response here from MaxPax.
Yep, just going to be sending that Zealot over, and then actually... Did he see that drone moving down there? Because that would technically be telling of Bly's initial plan, which would just straight bases.
Sorry, James. This aggressive pylon, is this going to be for aggressive shield batteries?
It might be. Just sending out many adepts early on and just pushing hard. But the Queen's already there, no?
Yeah, but taking... Oh my gosh. Okay, this is what I wanted. This is everything I dreamed of. Is it going to work, though? I don't know.
Yeah, surely you need drones initially to do some damage and then maybe some lings, but the adepts are going to be joining this pretty swiftly.
Okay,
he let it finish.
Yeah, he did let the hatchery finish, and also MaxPax moved back the probes beforehand, before things got a bit too dicey there. And he's got 2 adepts on the other side of the map at Bly, and this is great. I don't know if these guys have played each other before, but MaxPax was very quick to just kind of being like, yeah, this is what I'm going to do against you.
Yeah, spine crawlers are being added on at the back here, and he needs to keep those at the back and then move them forward so they actually finish, as this is going to put on some pressure against the first Queen. Now, do bear in mind, they won't have any energy for a little while to be able to do the transfusion onto one another, and Zerglings actually got in whilst all this was going on, but won't really get too much done back there.
This is a lot of shield batteries.
That is a lot.
Yeah, and I mean, Bly is definitely respecting this because he's making 3 of his own spine crawlers. But you got to say, like, this is definitely slowing down his economy as well, doing all of this and producing nothing but lings at the moment as well when it comes to larvae.
Yeah, spines are going to slowly start leapfrogging forward. You can't bring them all forwards at exactly the same time here because then they'll just get instantly focused down. You've got to complement them with something whilst they are moving. So just get in range initially, as we will have these extra shield batteries on the... How many does he have? What is...
He's got a whole forest of them, and he warped in a gateway as well, so his warp-ins now will be a lot faster.
Oh my.
The Stalkers pile out a lot more damage to these spine crawlers than the Adepts do.
And I really like the positioning of the shield batteries with the little gaps in between so that you can bring them back, his units back, so that the lings don't actually get a surround on them. And also it allows them to just retreat back wherever they need to go. They're still doing some damage here, actually trying to go on for a little bit of a wraparound. But the lings are having a hard time with deciding where they want to go because of the position of the building.
And does he really want to wrap around? Oh, he's going for the big old counterattack with those lings. And it's been some nice micro with the shield batteries as well. He's actually been healing. Oh my gosh, is he just going to leave it? Did he forget?
No. The spine crawlers are actually doing quite a bit in terms of holding on to this. The lings get into the main base. Oh no, that's going to be a bit of a disaster there, as the lings at the front are still buying time for these spine crawlers to do the damage. Probes have to be pulled off a line here to try and hold on to this. He has to recall. Oh no, he's actually only recalling half of the army there to try and deal with those, and still leaving the ones at the front there to keep pushing on the pressure. But with extra spine crawlers finishing up, Bly might be holding this.
He might be, but it's that at what cost? He's at 31 supply. Yes, he has a hatchery down, but can he actually afford to drone up right now? These Lings being annoying, but now he's got the wall off. Okay, the Spines actually get one of the Stalkers here, so they can actually pile out quite a bit of damage.
Imagine if he'd have completely finished the wall, though, at the natural, or just had a unit in the way. That would have been still MaxPax extremely controlled, and going to lose the pylon. That's going to delay some of the warpins, extra warpins at the front. Actually getting a wraparound on these Adepts as well, so we'll pick off some of these.
Certainly will, certainly will. But yeah, you're totally right. I think in a situation like this where you've actually got your base outside your opponent's base, it'd have been very worth just walling that off. And he saw that the Lings got out, so I think it was just one of those things that he was expecting Bly to just focus entirely on the defense as opposed to the aggressive as well.
So I think Bly will live, but as you say, the economy is not going to be great for him. Nice force field to deny any run by once again. Run bys are going to be extremely hard now, so it's all going to be this window here, unless, for example, a Nidus worm goes down. But he's always going to force field that right-hand side and, you know, position his army so it's blocked off on the left, maybe.
Oh, Bly's really trying to get out here. He wants to do that again, and he's still not droning, which I'm not sure how MaxPax can break this, what he has. Okay, he's going for a Robo, so is that going to be Warp Prism?
Maybe. Or an Immortal to just shoot at Spines and then bring it back. No force fields, no more energy, so he actually got past.
So is this going to be a few Adepts warped in defensively? And okay, Bly's answer is going to be to go for a Roach Warren. I think he's going to really up his gas intake soon. Oh, these Spine Crawlers moving very aggressively.
Yeah, still got to leapfrog forwards a few, and we'll actually lose one or two there, thanks to the fact that they do leapfrog forwards, like a little bit of focus fire. But the interesting thing is that there's not much energy left on any of these shield batteries.
No. Okay, the Robo's finished. Now,
Immortal?
I mean, Immortal would definitely deal a lot of damage to these Spines.
He's losing units.
A lot of units, actually. Like, he's really bleeding out. And now the Zergling count is a lot higher. Trying to get wraparounds wherever he can.
He's going to kill this off. He's going to break this. All the Stalkers at the bottom are being pushed at by the Lings. Eventually, those force fields will actually break down, but there's so many Spines at the front that Immortal couldn't get out sooner. Get out, Immortal!
So he's still got some transfusions, but I mean, this still isn't over. Like, this is getting really damn close. Like, look at the supplies, Galaris. We're 8 minutes in this game. 44 against 40.
It's glorious! Oh, it's glorious.
The Robo was empowered briefly there. Shield batteries being cancelled as well. The Ravages. Yeah, they're going to be really good against this.
Yeah, we were on the same track mind there, Ben. That is beautiful. Corrosive Files are going to really cause a huge hindrance to this kind of push here by MaxPax. And he's supply blocked right now, so it's going to be a little bit difficult. Extra pylons are being added on at the front, but once they go down, the supply block will hit again, and then he won't be able to make any more units.
MaxPax is doing a good job of avoiding these biles, but Bly is still not out of it yet. It's not as if he's rich behind this. These Zerglings, these Queens that he's losing, these Spines as well, they all cost quite a bit. Oh, if those force fields were just a little bit better, he could have got one of the Ravagers, which would have been huge.
Trying to do some more damage towards that Robo facility. And this next Immortal is going to get out unless he pushes on it really hard. And indeed, he is going to try and wrap around on this. No more energy for force field here for a second. And doesn't bait anything out.
Oh, by the way, there's no gateway here anymore. So, like, the warpins are slow.
Okay, Robo goes down. He gets the Immortal out in the end, but this is going to have to be an attempt at a transition here from MaxPax, and he has no Nexus. And 400 is extremely expensive for him right now.
Lose all those pylons as well, so now he's supply blocked as well, and it is a really weird game. You didn't get to get out a Warp Prism either out of that Robo, which would have really allowed him to be on the map and just poke a little bit and be aggressive.
All right, Nexus. Now we are, what, 5 minutes ago in a normal game, I suppose? Or even earlier, 6 minutes. But it's weird armies, weird situations. This is what we come to this series for, Ben.
You know what's actually weird, though? Or when I say weird, MaxPax is the first person I've seen do this response against this with the very aggressive shield batteries. And if he walled off at the natural, which would have been one building, I actually think he'd have been, like, this obviously works.
As if he wasn't supply blocked enough, he has to kill his own pylon to try and go for the defense for this wall. Ah, brutal stuff for MaxPax here. He's trying his best, trying to solve this puzzle being thrown at him here by Bly. But Bly is exerting pressure that is not easy to answer right now for MaxPax.
I like how Bly was very patient with his files there, actually. Just kind of going on the same spot, but one by one, just meaning that MaxPax couldn't move out.
Really wants this cybernetics core. I mean, he would like to get the full kill, but if he gets the cybernetics core, that's going to be an extra annoyance here for MaxPax. So it's good that MaxPax did save that for the moment, and he's a little bit too scared of those force fields going down to try and get the full finish.
So Bly's teching, you know, doing the casual tech to tier 2 with being on... In fact, he's on 35 drones now. He is making a lot more drones. I wonder, is that an Overlord drop ready for the main base just to make things a little bit extra weird? And also, he's got 4 gases now, so lots of gas intake.
The funny thing is that when you get these weird situations between players, whereas somebody's kind of a bit quirky going up against another kind of quirky player, Bly was born in this. Bly is a product of this kind of style of game. So trying these things against someone like Bly, I think, can almost have it's a very difficult time to be able to make it work, in my opinion, when, you know, someone like Bly is like, okay, I live in the weird.
I think you're right. I always think of like Bane, like with Batman, the quote, you know, you merely adopted the weird. I was born in it, which Bly absolutely was. Okay, Aspire, obviously the go-to choice, you know, when you've had a crazy game like this. And double Stargate being the response. I mean, I would say, yes, you're absolutely right. With any other player besides MaxPax, because he's also freaking weird.
Yeah, true. Very, very true. And these Ravagers will have to move on away here. Interestingly, this could end up being in the situation where I was kind of anticipating from this series, maybe Mutas against Phoenix. But I mean, knowing MaxPax, he could quite easily go double Void Rays and just try and make this work off the back of that. And it would be an interesting thing to see if it does come down.
Yeah, I mean, if he goes double Stargate Void Ray and he beats a lot of Muta, he's going to be in trouble. By the way, even though Bly is super weird, he definitely has these patterns that he resorts to. Oh my god, it is double Void Ray.
It is, yes!
This is an awesome game.
This is fantastic. This is everything I want. You know, welcome back, James. Welcome back to StarCraft 2 commentary. What are you going to see? You're going to see double Void Ray versus Aspire going down after that opening from both of these players. Couldn't have any more fun. This is great.
Yeah, so like MaxPax doesn't know that he's against Aspire, right? Whereas Bly actually knows he's against Aspire. Rather against double Stargates, he's out of it. But he's still being like, yeah, I'm gonna go Muta here. Oh, he went Void Ray into Phoenix. Goofy. Oh, I like this.
Yeah, this is gonna get even wackier. No, maybe not as wacky as the openers, but it's gonna continue to be a bit crazy. He would love Anion Pulse Crystals from the Fleet Beacon if he can afford it, but it's a bit difficult right now. He's wanting to commit to as many units as possible. The Fleet Beacon is quite the investment from here.
I do like the fact that Bly's reusing this elevator, and I mean, it's going to get a little bit of damage. Could have been a lot more, but okay, we got Void Rays are here. Did MaxPax see the Mutas now on the top side of the map? I believe he did, actually. Wait, was that the War Prism going down? No. Okay, he recalled it just in time.
He was heading towards that third base here, looking for some probe kills if they can find them. There's not really much anti-air there whatsoever, but Phoenix are quick. They will relocate pretty fast, but without any Impulse Crystals, it's going to be a lot of micro required to properly get the trade there.
Certainly will, but MaxPax, like, we can't... he's very good at these little micro fights. Like, it's one thing that's... He's kind of made a name for himself. Look at that scenery, by the way. This is the kind of scenery that we love to see in StarCraft 2. You know, how often do you have a little freaking fight like this?
All right, role player. What on
I'm sorry, James. I know you've been playing a little bit of WoW recently, or looking at the scenery and stuff. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of lings.
That is, yeah, from a little bit to a lot. That was very, very swiftly attacking here for Bly. This is going to be the nail in the coffin, I feel, unless he can really kind of alleviate some of the pressure from him. And also hitting this base as well with more lings. There's just not enough units here for MaxPax to be able to accommodate.
No, I mean, the Void Rays could have potentially cleaned everything up if they don't die to Biles, actually. But oh my gosh, and they do. Bly, he just knew how to execute this, and GG, Bly takes the first game of this series.
A little bit of wow.
If only they knew, if only they knew.
But yeah, a great first game. Very varied indeed here from these two, and Bly will capitalize off the fact that it really did feel like he knew very swiftly how to react to those shield batteries at the front, and did well.
I wonder though, like, if you are Bly and you saw that your opponent did that to you, and if that run by didn't get in there and kill like what 8-9 probes-ish and force the recall, would he have won? Do you do that again with the proxy hatch kind of thing? I'm not sure he was feeling too confident about it actually, because that's a very small mistake that you can fix if you are MaxPax in making a wall kind of thing.
Well, mate, it is Submarine, and it is, according to Wardy, the best map in the entire pool. So, you know, maybe he doesn't think that, but I'm excited for Submarine at least. How about you?
I mean, I can't follow this epicness. Like I would say, you know, I think it's funny, and that just goes to show these two players, right? Like Submarine made it into the pool or into the 3 maps between these two guys. They're both weird, man. They're weird guys. Yeah.
I mean, Bly's living the life over in Ukraine, making dollar, just doing well, living an amazing life. From every time I kind of check in with what he's up to. So he just, you know, he plays StarCraft. He turns up. He does these weird builds, makes it work. Has to deal with MaxPax's weird builds, makes it work. And he's looking pretty good in this group, to be honest.
Bly is definitely no slouch. Like I always have this kind of feeling about cheese. Given that I lived with Idra for quite some time, he was always like, cheesing isn't part of the game. Like, and it really got, it really got grained into me. Like, this is not a way to play kind of thing. So whenever I think of Bly, I'm always like, he's not real, but he absolutely is. Like the fact that he's as consistent as he is, and he nearly always beats players that I always kind of consider him the underdog, but he always does really well. I can't do that anymore. He's just a very solid all-rounder when it comes to...
That's why you went for MaxPax.
What can I say, James? I went for the opposite just to make this interesting.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's get into it then. Down to the bottom right-hand corner in the red, it is MaxPax.
And spawning over in the top left-hand side of Submarine, not a meter away from his opponent, basically, it is Bly. Now, James, have you ever been on the... How do you say it? Do you go GL have fun? Do you give him a GL or a have fun? Or do you just remain quiet?
GLHF, smiley face. And at the end, GG, smiley face. Always smiley faces. Yeah.
Ah, you're that psycho, eh?
Yes. I'm a masochist.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so he's doing the thing where he patrols his drone. So he gets down a hatch first and then goes for the proxy, which... Interesting. He delayed his natural so hard, by the way, and he's doing it again. So, yeah, interesting. Like, this is when mind games are really fun, in my opinion.
I have been watching Bly proxy hatch since WCS Ukraine 2012. Let me tell you that. And this is a different response. Straight to the 6 probes here to bring it down. But Bly has done this forever. And you know what? Bly has fun playing the game, right? Like, whenever I talk to Bly, he's like, yeah, I just do builds that are fun. Like, and that is great to hear when it comes to StarCraft 2. That's how I like to play when I'm playing. I just, do stupid things, and I like to have fun. But for Bly, it's not stupid. It works. Oh, nice Evo chamber swap.
Yeah, so he, like, whenever you cancel the hatchery, there's just enough space with the creep, technically, to do that. And he does actually manage to get down the Nexus relatively quickly with this as well. And, I mean, this wasn't all positives for Bly, because his own natural was actually fairly decently delayed. The probe was blocking it for some time, then he moved up to the main, then he took it. But he was 2 minerals over 300, meaning that hatchery is definitely delayed. So who was this start actually better for? Oh my gosh, do you see what I see? 3 o'clock?
Yeah, I do. What?
Oh,
why is he there?
I love it.
Was he anticipating maybe a quick third Nexus? I don't know what's going on. Is he just going to make like a Roach run and just go full Roach Ravager as quickly as he can? I don't know what's happening.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's some sort of flood, be it a Ling flood or
Yeah.
you know, something along those lines. We also, oh, nice micro by MaxPax getting out of there. Will he get to keep the Zealot alive? No, but gets quite a few Lings for his trouble.
Trying. We'll push this away with the Queen. And you know what, right? Whilst, you know, this Adept tries to go in, I'm seeing a lot of people in chat saying, Kylaris is handsome. Now, they don't seem to understand that I am with the Muslim right now. The most handsome nerd when it comes to StarCraft 2. Can we please stop this, all right? Chat, you're being wrong. Please stop.
The thing is, James, they just haven't seen you for a long time, you know? You've been gone almost, even though you haven't been at all. No, but they haven't seen you, you know? So seeing your magic on camera this one last time. No, I'm kidding. You're going to be on all the time. Yeah, I was dramatizing it a little bit.
Okay. I'm back tomorrow. Shut up.
Okay, so there's a second gateway, so he has actually got a wall up. There is a roach swarm being produced. When will he see this creep at that, what might be his fourth base? Will he see it with the gas?
So he's doing exactly what I said. He's just going roaches. The problem is that Voidra is really good against this. Like,
we'll see, because Queens are really good too against Void Rays.
Yeah, true.
Even with the changes. If he keeps on making Void Rays, then I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
Okay. This is big though. I wonder what Bly's like now. Is he like down or?
Wait, does he know the creep's there? Does he know that this is happening at his third?
I don't think so.
Until just now.
Okay, so he sees the Queen, right? Okay, now he knows. Now he's like, okay, I got to get back to that wall. Which is he doing? Is he managing to do in time?
Oh my god. This is a disaster. This is coming too late. The Lings are flooding in. The Zealot's going to go down. All of these units are going to flood on in as well. The Void Ray is trying to buy time. He's going for the pylon. If he gets that, he's going to underpower all of these gateways as well as the shield batteries here that I even finished. The Void Rays are trying to do what they can. They will get this Queen, but the Lings are doing irreparable damage right now.
Is it though, Kalaris? I mean, like, yes, 5 probes have fallen, but these Void Rays reign supreme. He's focusing down units. Shield batteries are up. I think MaxPax has got it.
Void Rays are good against this build, my friend. They're doing well for themselves. I like it a lot. Even seals up the front. Nicely done. I was being a bit dramatic. You're right.
You know, James, some of us get carried away with StarCraft. You know, when you see games like this, I like... It's very hard to predict things because even though I've seen thousands and thousands of games, as have you don't often see a game like this.
Yeah. I should have stuck to my guns. I should have just been like, yeah, Void Rays are really good. He's going to hold. But yeah, we're off.
So, you know, do you want to change your prediction at this point? Because we both went either side, right?
No, I'm sticking.
With the 2-1-2-1.
Oh, I'm sticking.
Oh, you're a ballsy lad. You're a ballsy lad. Second Stargate on the way and more Void Rays on the way too. This is cool.
I mean, I told you before, I became a host. I'm cocky as anything now. I don't care. I'm ready to stick with my predictions all the way, even though we're probably going to lose this game. And then that's fine.
I'm just excited to see the new Void. Like, I'm excited to see the new Voids getting used in the way that MaxPax is using them.
Yeah.
Like, this is obviously a really good defense by him. I think he's been predicting this game really well. And actually, it's kind of flipped, right? The first game, Bly was ahead after the opening, whereas MaxPax now, he's doing a really good job in just retaining his lead and getting out this number of Void Rays. It's going to be really hard for Bly.
The Muslim has that wonderful pregnant glow about him. You know?
Hey, it's a thing. It's a thing.
I guess, yeah.
It's you know how... in fact, I'm not going to go down this road. I'm not going to go down this road.
You know, sometimes you see something, you just have to read it out. These slings here are going to have to jostle for position and we'll have to get on our way. The Void Rays, as you mentioned, you love seeing them be utilized this way as the new breed that they are. And me too. I always liked Void Rays, but they were just in an awful position for a long time in the game. And now, you know, they've got their place. They've got their place.
Yeah, okay. Bly's going for a Nidus.
Yeah, that's the desperation button.
You know what would be good when I'm 30 supply behind at 60 supply against 90 and also against a lot of Void Rays? In fact, Queens are still really good against Void Rays, like the transfusions and stuff, but this is definitely a rough position to be in for Bly. I like the fact that he's doing the last... Wait, he's got a third and a fourth base going up?
Mate, he's going to get Flux Veins. He's got Fleet Beacon on the way. Let's get some Flux Veins. Let's get the really speedy boys down.
You know, I appreciate Bly's enthusiasm in this game.
Yes.
Like, never going out without a fight. And that is the one spot that absolutely is not detected right now for MaxPax. Oh, seeing it now with the pylon.
But does he really have enough units to do anything with this? I mean, Mike...
How many queens? He's got 7 queens. It's definitely
That's
a decent
not bad.
number. There's a lot of transfusions as well. I mean, we're kind of making fun a little bit, but I actually think this is a little bit scary. Like, this is his one shot of winning this game.
Yeah, it is. He's going to try and throw down some cross biles on towards those Void Rays. They do pump up quite well, but as long as you're microing them off again, actually one of these Void Rays taking a lot of damage off the back of this because it was just kind of not even moving, and it was just moving in, and he will kill off all the queens, and that is going to be that. There's too many Void Rays.
Too many Void Rays. It certainly is. I mean, these Voids are killing absolutely everything. The Lings, though, like the supplies are getting kind of weird here. Definitely annoying. Bly is now ahead in workers, 45 to 36 after killing 23 probes.
But what's the answer to all of these Void Rays eventually? Once they dealt with this, I don't know. Didn't they all just die?
Well, you just remake them, man. You just remake them. In fact, he's going Hydraless. Scratch what I said. Hydras are the answer for Bly after killing 31 drones or 31 probes.
MaxPax has to go over the other side of the map now before the Hydraless Den is done. Let's do that.
You know, I think he's waiting to for this upgrade right here, James.
Fast.
Soon he's going to be too fast.
Yes, too furious.
Oh my gosh, it's coming in now. Okay, there we go. It's everything I wanted.
Almost as fast as my car. Amazing. Trying to deal with these Nidus Worms as well in the main base as Bly's trying to keep him back so that he can try and get these Hydralisks out. But Void Rays, do what you need to do. Oh, get on the anti-air. Get on some of these queens, and then when the Hydralisks pop out, kill them instantly. You need to do it.
So the Voids, he's dealing damage here. Bly's done a really good job of making this a game, though. Like, to be super fair to him. And these Hydras, they all do pop out, and they're going to be dealing damage, but they're also going to be taking a lot of damage. These Void Rays getting kind of dealt with a little bit. Oh
he focuses them down. It's not too bad, but he's lost quite a lot. It's only 6 Void Rays now left over. But there's only 4 Hydras.
This is giving me flashbacks from IEM of Nanoir versus Life with Void Rays against Hydra.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's a throwback.
A real throw. I wanted to give you a time that you remembered, James.
Oh, wow. You know? Thanks very much. The old timer of StarCraft 2, I think.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You know, we're buddies, you and I, as Midlanders and Northerners, obviously. Okay, so third base does fall of Bly, but he's got another third base up, so economically he's not in the worst shape. Oh, losing that would be kind of sucky.
And that does suck. Yeah, gonna have to move away from these Hydralisks for now. But if he keeps building up his Void Ray count, new Hydralisk den's going down. He still has a little bit of an economy to fuel this. This is so weird. There's a carrier on the way.
You know, the very standard, like, 12 Void Ray build into carriers to deflect the proxy hatch build. In fact, it was like hatch block into... and a hatch doing the blocking, not blocking the hatch. Okay, 16 drones all at once.
Just everything I want in games. Just this every day, all day. I love it. Killing off some creep tumors active. Moving over to here. No, that's the wrong way. Wrong way. Back up.
And getting charge as well. I do like the fact that it's not like a super full committal to the air. Like, not beyond what he already did, right? He already had the 2 Stargates, but he's also respecting the fact that Hydras, you need something to kind of take the damage, take the hits, which the Zealots will do very well.
Infestation pit going down as well here. Bly on 55 workers across these 3 bases and only 4 gases is going infestation pit. Hydralisk movement, that's very useful. Needs to catch these Void Rays somehow.
You know what's also really cool about this game? The fact that the creep... I mean, these poor Void Rays, man, they just got all sniped there. And I mean, he is doing damage at the natural of Bly as well, but in fact, quite a bit of damage. But that creep spread, look at it. There's more on MaxPax's side of the map than Bly's. It's very odd.
Oh, yeah. Good point. What is this? I guess I never kept the creep tumors at the very beginning of all of this when that third base was taken. But I don't even know what to make of this game anymore.
He's kind of blocking every base that MaxPax can take.
Yeah, actually true. Actually very true. And wait, does he not have a robo facility yet, by chance?
Let's have a look. See
But he has no observer, but he has one oracle that could revelate, technically.
a lot of revelating to do. And oh, Bly's getting back in this. He really is. I really thought he was down and out, but that Nidus actually did so much damage. Still on a really low drone count to say that, a few minutes ago we saw him producing 16 at once.
It's also going to be kind of difficult, I suppose, to get to the critical I say get to the critical mass of carriers, but he's going to be at 6 pretty soon, so that's kind of powerful. But he's 22 Hydralisks still, and Hydras do deal with them well if they don't have like the support units. I guess he's got 11 charge lots. Did he have charge? No.
Yeah, he got charge.
Okay.
Yeah. But he does have +1 on the carriers, and +1's so good when you have 8 interceptors and they all attack twice, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm worried for Bly defending this, because these carriers, they're going to chop through those Hydras like hot knife through butter, I do believe.
Armor coming up here as the Zealots do charge on forwards, and they're trying to deal. The Roaches were a nice touch to try and tank some of these Zealots, but it's not going to be enough, it seems like, as also the Interceptors are not really going down whilst this is going on. So Fungal Growth did try and come out to deal with this, and another attack once again, but there's not going to be much anti-air left over here. Even the 14 Hydralisks in production, but
That just looks like there's too much MaxPax, right? I mean, the Interceptors are running low, which is a big deal. Oh, get out of there. Is it fast enough? Oh my gosh. Then the other carrier's like, no, I'm alone.
I think he focused a different carrier at the very end, but he actually gets himself one here, ignores some of the Zealots and tries to go on for the second one, but doesn't quite get it.
This carrier, that single carrier did quite well there against those Hydras, taking out 3 single-handedly. But kicking off this next wave, like, you might be thinking, oh, this was great for Bly, he actually survives, but it's definitely problematic for him.
Yeah, for sure. There's going to be a lot more carriers rendezvousing with this, and saving some is so important here. They're so valuable when it comes to this kind of push. It's not Hydras.
And having to give up this base as well, this drone line, even the Oracle coming in handy. And MaxPax is doing all the right moves here. He's just tanking with the Zealots, chasing him down, and this base has no Spore Crawlers whatsoever. I think this is it for Bly, and GG.
Very rare we get to commentate a game where someone's at 114 supply, but then has 6 carriers off the back of it. A bit of a crazy game, but we are going to head on to a break after this 1-1, and we'll be back with game number 3 as MaxPax goes against Bly. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Kyle Aris's glorious penthouse here on the top floor of my building. I can't show you it all, maybe one day, but we are back. We're getting back into Bly versus MaxPax here. Ben, I'm sure you've read every single one of those books behind you. You're a very knowledgeable guy.
Why, thank you, James. And just as you pointed out, you live in the penthouse of your building. Here is me in the basement with the books. But here are my boys that we did win the War Chest Team League with. You know, they're
close.
Keep the photos with me at all times because we're bros, though, you know, bros for life. But MaxPax versus Bly is absolutely delivering in every way that I wanted it to. And it's so wonderful when you have a series that you're looking forward to and it delivers in every way you wanted it to.
And it's going to keep doing. Let's get into game number 3. Everdream is the map as we have spawned down to the bottom left-hand corner. In the red, it is MaxPax.
And spawning over in the top right-hand side of Everdream, it is Bly.
What's going to happen? What ridiculousness is going to happen? There's already a drone moving south, I think. Why? God damn it.
Oh my gosh, and there's a forge being made.
Oh no! It's so good. Give me all of these series. Like, give me MaxPax versus Bly, best of 69. That's what I need in my life. I'd commentate it. I'd be okay with this. It'll be a throwback.
But who's this actually better for? Like, I know there's some experts out there that would be like,
He
oh
walled
yeah,
off the top of the ramp.
He's walled off the top of the ramp, James.
Oh.
And you know, Bly's not making a hatchery to block his natural. Is this going to be a...
He's going to make it in his base. The drone's still there. Just you watch.
Oh, we actually cancelled all the pylons there. Okay. Interesting. And putting up his own gateway here. So I think this is going to be a hatchery that Bly will need to get rid of, cancel. These drones can't really achieve much down here either, so that's quite a bit of lost mining time. I wonder. You know, James, we should probably just spend time just watching this game and marveling at how glorious this is right now.
Yeah.
Ooh, will he be able to get this probe? That'd be a big deal. Nope.
That is very unfortunate. One hit away from being able to get that would have alleviated a lot of problems over on that side. The hatchery's in the base. Oh my god. The hatchery's in the base.
So, okay, I mean, there's a few questions, right? Did MaxPax remember that there's a drone in his base?
Right.
I hope so for his sake. And what does he do with the rest of this cannon rush? He keeps on going.
Seemingly, yes. Now, the one zealot, I suppose, that he's creating... Oh, wait, no, is it in... Oh, it's over on this side of the map, isn't it?
It certainly is. The one gateway that he has is in Bly's base.
Now, so he's still mining gas. I guess he needs that speed if he can. This zealot is actually doing quite a lot, to be honest, and positioning itself well against any incurring zerglings that are coming along here. It will end up going down, but another zealot's already here. This is getting rough.
It is. Bly dealt with the first zealot pretty decently. Okay, so this is... Wait, aggressive shield batteries being made now too? You can tell that MaxPax is quite a fan of those, can't you, James, from this series?
Okay, the Roach Warren going... Yeah, you definitely can. The Roach Warren going down at the back might actually give away quite a bit here. I mean, yeah, he's still going for thingies, and of course, you know, he really needs to clean up the front and stuff like that, but there must be something else going on. Where is Bly's money right now? And MaxPax needs to realize everything here.
Yeah,
he sees the creep maybe in his main.
Is it actually close enough now? It's okay. Yeah. He's gonna see that. Like, he has to know what's up here now. Oh, aggressive spy crawlers! He's spy crawler rushing from inside his base.
God. This is the greatest series of all time, Ben.
You know, I love this. I thought it delivered, and it just continues growing.
The roaches, the stalkers at the middle of the line are here and trying to get drones wherever they can, and they're going back to the shield batteries, but there's roaches about to pop in your main.
Wait, so he's building an aggressive nexus, right? Now,
yes.
Is that
they could trade mains?
Yes.
Ben, they could trade mains.
And this situation has got to be better for MaxPax, right? Like, how do these drones escape?
Well, he has some infrastructure as well there already. He has a gateway there.
Yeah, I mean, Bly also has infrastructure in MaxPax's base. Okay, can't get surrounded by these roaches that pop out though.
Yeah, but he would lose the roach war and he'd lose the spawning. But he wouldn't have any drones because he can't get them out. Oh, this is, yeah, it's so much better for MaxPax. You're totally right.
Yeah, and by the way, this Nexus, when it finishes, how far is the range of the photon overcharge? It's pretty small, isn't it? Battery overcharge even.
Yeah, I think so. Did it reach those?
Oh, he blocked the drones!
Oh my god. Next level.
That is the saddest little dance I've ever seen. The dance of death.
You know what? I'm not even sad that I'm losing this prediction right now because this has been glorious.
And you know what made this really cool too? I think they both made pretty good decisions, honestly.
Yeah.
And it was just wonky. It was just